Hello YouTube. Today, I have a new video for you guys today. And today's video is going to be my first Q&A video. I have a couple questions that I have received, so I feel like I've had enough to make a short video. I want to try to keep these like not super long, but not super short, somewhere like a happy medium, so I think I have enough for that. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to be continuing to take Q&A questions just for future videos. So if you have any Q&A questions that aren't answered in this video and you might want to ask me, let me know in the comment box below, and I will give you a shout out in that video, and I will link your channel. And these questions can pretty much be about anything, so I'm pretty open. So yeah, so let's get to these questions. Okay, the first set of questions was submitted by Nicomite36. A link to his channel here. And his channel's kind of like it's sort of like my channel. It's gaming related, and you know, a lot of game stuff. It's kind of like my channel, except it's more focused on gameplay rather than collecting and stuff like mine is. It's more like gameplay style, let's play channel kind of thing. So if you're interested in that, go check that out. So his first question is, what is your favorite Jedi? So I am a Star Wars fan, so my favorite Jedi. This is a pretty tough question because it's really stuck between two, and they're both not super popular Jedi, but I really, really like them both. But it's really, really close, but one obviously wins over the other, and my all-time favorite Jedi is Plo Koon. He is just the most badass Jedi I've ever seen. He looks really, really cool, number one. He's also like a very, very, very good starfighter pilot, and he has his own custom ship, which is pretty cool, which you see a little bit in Episode 3. He has the older style Jedi starfighter with the custom blue paint job, really cool. Unfortunately, you don't see him actually fight much in the prequels or anything, but I don't watch the Clone Wars, but I heard he actually does a bit of stuff in there, so that's kind of cool. That's my favorite Jedi, and the runner-up was Qui-Gon Jinn, I just think he's really awesome, because he's kind of like, he's got a really unique fighting style, and it's very his fighting style flows really, really, really well compared to some of the other ones where it's a lot of slashing. Qui-Gon Jinn just kind of flows from one attack to the other, and it's very, very nice fighting style, so I like him for that. So yeah, that was the first question. He also has, by the way, if you're going to do Q&A questions, feel free to submit multiple questions. I'll try to answer them all. His second question, what is the worst game you have ever played other than Simpson Skateboarding? I mentioned this before, that Simpson Skateboarding is probably the worst game I own. It's so bad. And I actually paid like $30 for it back in, when it was fairly new, so I really regret doing that. But worst game that I've ever played other than Simpsons Skateboarding. It's there's a PS1 game. I can't remember which one it is. I have it over here somewhere. C12 is a pretty bad one that I played. I can't really think of the other worst one off the top of my head because Simpson Skateboarding is pretty much just pops up into my brain instantly. But C12 was pretty bad. The map doesn't like fade in really, really quickly or anything, so it's like you can fall off the edge really quickly, and the gameplay mechanics are pretty bad, so it's not a very good game. But yeah, so that's a pretty bad game that I have. Last question he submitted is, what do I think about microtransactions? Microtransactions, I already posted a video about this. I'm not a big fan of. I think microtransactions are okay if done correctly, and by correctly would mean that there's some examples I have is like Forsaken World or Blacklight Retribution are two great examples of how I think microtransactions are okay. Those games do it correctly by they basically offer you the entire game for free, and then there's like extra stuff added on that you can pay for, and you can either earn that, you can get all that stuff with in-game currency. It's just a lot harder, but you can get all that stuff. And there's no really advantage to actually buying the actual premium currency other than it either being permanent or it just it being like just purely cosmetic or something like that. So in some cases I think it's okay, but in like a retail game where you already pay $60 for the game, no microtransactions. That's just, there should never be any microtransactions in something like that. Okay, so the next set of questions I have comes from StormThor1, link to his channel over here, and his channel is kind of like it's kind of just like a random video channel. I looked at it a little bit. It's just a bunch of random videos. So if you're interested in checking out his channel, do so over there. Okay, so first question: what's your favorite systems? So more than one. First, my favorite system of all time is PlayStation 2. I absolutely love that system. I have almost 100 games for that console now, unique games. I have a couple duplicates. It's just a great system. It has such a wide variety of games you can pick from, and it's just, I think it's a really good balance between artistic design and realistic graphics, and it's personally just a really reliable system, so it's my favorite system. Second favorite would probably be my Game Gear, which I'm going for a complete set in, which I'm kind of having a rough time since I've got a lot of the common games already. But yeah, so Game Gear would be my second favorite. I just love, it's something I always really wanted. It's like a portable system that has that retro console feel. And I know a lot of people will say like sort of the Game Boy Advance has that too, and so does the original Game Boy. But to me, those still feel like a mobile gaming system. The Game Gear feels like a legitimate, like, home console, but you can take it with you, and those are the kind of handheld consoles I love. So Game Gear is my absolute favorite because it has some really, really cool titles on it, and I absolutely love that system. And my third favorite will be the last one, will probably be, this is a tough choice because I don't really think that far in my terms of favorites, but I would have to say probably my Super Nintendo, or yeah, my Super Nintendo, because that's the system my first system I've ever owned. Just a lot of great memories with it. I remember playing it so much as a kid, and it's just a really great system. I absolutely love it. So, his next question is, how old are you? That's a pretty easy one to answer. I'm 19 years old. I actually turned 20 in like a little under 2 months now. So yeah, I know a lot of times I get, when I go out in public and I buy games or go to the movies or something, I get ID'd a lot because I don't look like I'm 20. But I am. So yeah. Next question. What's my favorite game of all time? That one's really easy because I love this game a ton. My favorite game of all time is Final Fantasy IX, and I know a lot of people don't like the Final Fantasy series, but Final Fantasy series, it was my first series of RPGs, and the first one I played was Final Fantasy VIII, which is still a pretty good game, and then I played Final Fantasy VII, and then when Final Fantasy IX came out, we got that, and I absolutely fell in love with that game. It's my favorite game of all time. It's an absolutely stunning story, great soundtrack, love the artistic design. It's got a great feel to it. If you've never played a Final Fantasy, highly recommend going out and trying to find Final Fantasy IX. It's actually probably the cheapest PS1 Final Fantasy you can get, and it's a fantastic game with tons of hours of story. Okay, so next set of questions comes from Cyclonic Rage 2, and or is it just Cyclonic Rage? I think it's just Cyclonic Rage. So yeah, a link to his channel over here. And his channel is, he can correct me if I'm wrong if he watches this video. From what I've seen, I watched like 2 of his videos, and I skimmed through the others. From what I see, it's kind of like a Disney collectibles channel mixed in with some Star Wars stuff and a little bit of some other stuff. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, check his channel out. Okay, so his first question is my favorite game system, which I already answered, which is PlayStation 2. Like I said, it's an amazing system. His second question is game you've played the most. That is really tough because I've played a lot of games. If you're spanning across series, it can be different. If you're spanning just one game in particular, it's a really hard choice because I have like 500 games, so maybe a little bit more. So it's pretty tough. I play a lot of Guitar Hero, so that could potentially be it. I mean, I play Guitar Hero like nobody else's business. I have a ton of music games, and I just sink so much hours into Guitar Hero. I play it almost weekly, and I'll probably continue to play it weekly for a long time because it's one of my favorite games. Individual games that I've played for a long time. Star Wars Battlefront 2, I have a couple hundred hours logged into just offline mode, so I have a lot of logged into that. Before Mag servers shut down, I had 182 hours logged into that game. RuneScape, I think, would actually be my number one game I've played the most, which is kind of surprising since it's not a physical game. But I think I have 52 days of in-game time on RuneScape, because I've had that account since 2005, so yeah, I think that's my most played game. His next question is, do you collect any Xbox games? I don't think I have seen any videos where you talk about them. Yes, I do. If you're referring to original Xbox, at least. I do collect original Xbox games. My collection is not very big, because when it comes to Xbox collecting, I love the system, don't get me wrong, but I prefer to get my multiplats on the PS2, since I like that system more. But when it comes to Xbox, I specifically try to pick up all the exclusive titles, RPGs. I tend to try to pick up on Xbox if I can, because some of the RPGs on there are really good. It just really depends. But I have not a huge Xbox collection. I have a pretty small one, but I have Jade Empire, Knights of the Old Republic, Halo 1, Halo 2 Collector's Edition, Doom 3 Collector's Edition, Dead or Alive Ultimate, Fable. Sudoku, yeah, I have that. So I have a couple games. I have a decent collection, not super huge or anything, but I do collect original Xbox. Xbox 360 I don't have yet. I would like to get it when the price drops to around a little under $100, like maybe $100. I'll probably pick up an Xbox 360. So yep. Oh crap. Okay. So next question is, any other non-gaming related hobbies? I have a couple non-gaming related hobbies, but game collecting is pretty much my biggest one. My other non-gaming related hobbies, my next biggest one would be I watch a lot of anime, and I just love anime. So I have a couple different things. I don't normally talk about it on this channel, although I do pick up DVDs and stuff from time to time. Like I have the Appleseed Collector's Edition here. I've got, oops, knocking over DVDs and stuff. We've got Gundam and the Excel Saga box set. So I got a couple other stuff that, I mean, I do collect some anime, and I watch a lot of anime, so I do that. I watch a lot of movies. I go to the movies quite often with my girlfriend, so we do that from time to time. And I used to skateboard a lot. I don't quite do that anymore, mainly because it's just something I kind of fell out of. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love skateboarding and everything. It's just, it's not really fun just skateboarding by yourself. So, and all the people I skateboarded with don't skateboard anymore. So, yeah. My next question, and I think this is the last one, is, what game has made you the maddest while playing it? This is really tough. I think it depends, really. There's so many games out there that I've played, it's just kind of hard to narrow it down. I can just list off a couple. I can list off the one that's made me the most mad recently. I completed Knack on normal difficulty. That game has an insane difficulty spike. It's just insane at the end. I have not gotten that mad at a game in a long, long, long time. And it made me so furious because I kept dying. And so I mean, that's the game that got me really, really mad recently. other games that have probably compared to that would probably be playing online Call of Duty. I mean, everybody knows how that goes sometimes. I mean, I'm not one of those people that always gets mad all the time in a Call of Duty. It's just when unfair advantages and stuff. Um, I really don't know. I don't really get mad too often when we're playing games. It'd take a lot, but those two are some really big. Oh, Metal Gear Solid 1. I played that back in the PS1. I'm not a big fan of the series, but when I played the first one, that made me so frustrated because I hate stealth games. I mean, I don't hate them. I should say I'm not a particular fan of them. I'll play a stealth game. I have a couple stealth games that I actually enjoy, but most of the time I don't enjoy stealth games, so yeah. That's all the questions that I have for this video. Like I said, if you have any Q&A questions that were not answered in this video, leave them in the comment box below and I'll give you a shout out and link your channel in the next video. And yeah, so I'll keep collecting more Q&A questions. And if you like this video, leave a thumbs up and just let me know. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.